Let's learn to respect people irrespective of their social affiliation or social stature or social status. They are human beings. They are all the children of God. They have been sent by God for a specific purpose. The purpose could be anything, but ultimately they are all the children of God. And we as human beings do not have any right to torment each other, to criticize each other, or to spread rumors about each other, because each other is a creation of God. God has created us with a noble soul in us. The soul which is dwelling inside is nothing but God. And when you know that the soul dwelling inside you is God, you should not do injustice to God. So, doing injustice to God is nothing but doing injustice to fellow beings. Let them be whomsoever it may be. They are human beings, they are to be respected as human beings, and ultimately, that is the purpose of having been sent by God, is to love each other. The love for fellow beings is uppermost in everybody's mind, should be uppermost in everybody's mind. Human beings are human beings, whether you like it or not, they are all children of God. God has sent them. The parents are only an instrument to bring the children of God to this world. God brings these children to the world by using the parents as instruments. See, in case you need to draw a circle, you need a compass. The compass is an instrument which helps you draw the circle, but doesn't mean to say that the compass has been made by you. It's been made by God. That instrument has been given to you to draw a circle. Similarly, people who have been sent to this world, children who have been born in this world, the parents are only an instrument to bring God's children to this world. So, that being the case, each one should try to respect each other irrespective of what they are. Every one of us born in this world is answerable to God. God is the person who is going to question you for all your deeds and misdeeds when you leave this world. That is something which is going to be very sure. You have the day of justification. So when we talk bad about someone, or before we could talk something bad about someone, why don't we realize, why don't we think that the other person is also as much as a human being as we are? Why don't we stop spreading rumors about them? Why don't we try to love them? Not necessary that you should be related to them to love them. Not necessary that you must like them to love them. Love them just because they are human beings. I can tell you a very big incident that happened in the history of India when Alexander the Great had invaded India. He had actually captured a kingdom, and the king of that kingdom was Purushottaman, who was otherwise called Porus. And Alexander asked him how he would like to be treated. And the king said, "Treat me what befits a king, befitting a king. You treat me as a king. I do not want you to treat me in any other way other than the king needs to be treated." Alexander said, "Do you know whom you're talking to? You're talking to a person who has conquered the whole world. And how dare you talk to me like that?" He said, "I am not going to be worried about it. I am only wanting to be treated like a king. And that's exactly, you wanted me to tell you how you want to treat me. And I said, treat me like a king." So everyone should learn to treat the other person as a human being. Let us not be divided by the party, by the blood group, or by the religion, or by the caste or community or whatever it is. Respect them for what they are. And beyond that, the respect should be all the more because the person is the head of a state. The head of a state. And not all people in this state can become the head of a state. That is why one person is chosen to be the head of the state, and that person deserves the respect of the entire state. If that person cannot be given that respect, then the people of this state are not fit to be given the mantle of electing a person in this state at all. The mantle of electing a person is given to them just because they need to treat the person whom they have elected as the head of the state with reverence, respect, and the most importantly, the amount of respect given to the head of a state should be the amount of respect we give to God. Because the head of a state is as much as the God in the sanctum sanctorum. We see God in the sanctum sanctorum, we see the head of the state doing good to us, doing good things. Without the head, is it possible for the body to remain alive? It's not possible. Once the head goes away, then it's not possible for the body to live. So similarly, we need to respect the head of the state. The head is what is maintaining the body. Without the head, the body is nothing at all. So let us try to understand, let us try to see, education is not required to understand these things at all. All these things need only common sense. You need not go to a school to learn all these things. It is enough if you have common sense. Maybe your communication will not be possible if you don't have any formal education, but at least to the extent of your mind being clear, your mind having good thoughts does not need education at all. Let us try to understand that the person about whom so many rumors are being spread is the head of the state, a person who needs to be revered, the person who needs to be respected, the person who needs to be given utmost respect, which I am very sure she doesn't command, but we need to do that. She is such a humble person that she never command respect from anyone at all. She is not going to be worried about as to whether you are going to respect her or not. She is such a person who does not command any respect from anyone. But we as citizens of this state need to give her respect. She is so humble to the extent that she doesn't say, I need you to respect me. She is the last person to say that. She is not a person who has got the ego of which so many other people have, that they need to be respected. She is not the one of that type. She is of a type that she is not going to be concerned about whether people are respecting her or not. She is the last person to bother about all those things. The only thing that we need to do is, as the head of a state, and as a person who is in a very calamitous condition, in a calamity, she is in an incapacitated condition due to her physical ailment. At this time, all of us should congregate and pray for her well-being and pray for her to come back to where she used to be before and start ruling us all over again and do good to us the way she has been doing all these days. That is our duty. Instead of infighting and instead of spreading rumors, what do we get? Just imagine if our own people have been admitted to the hospital and the rumors have been spread that the person is like this, the person is like that, the person is not doing well, the person is going from bad to worse. Will it not affect you? Why don't you think the other person also to be like that? Everyone is a human being. Ultimately, it boils down to the fact that everyone is a human being and everyone needs to be respected as a human being, if not for anything else. But as far as the position, she is head of the state. You like it or not, she is head of the state. She has been elected and she has been doing yeoman service to the state. She has sacrificed her entire life, which not many people do. She has sacrificed her entire life. She has pledged her health for the cause of Tamil Nadu. Had she been concerned about her health, she wouldn't have strived so hard to make Tamil Nadu what it is today. She would have been better off taking care of her health rather than trying to, save the state and bring the state forward. She wouldn't have done that. She was more concerned about the state than her own health. And that is the reason why today she is in a very bad condition of health. She wanted to bring the state, she wanted to put the horse before the cart, not the cart before the horse. So she has done that. Tamil Nadu is the horse. She has put the horse and she happens to be the cart, which is hauled by the horse. She is a person who has done so much of the human service to Tamil Nadu, which not many people can imagine doing. And I am very sure that the ballot that she got, the ballot power she got in the previous elections was only because of the fact that she has done so much to the state, which made people think several times that she is really the person who is fit to take over the reins of ruling the state once again. It's not for nothing that people have elected her and people have made her what she is today. So let us try to remember that. Let us have some gratitude towards her. She has pledged her. If wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. If character is lost, everything is lost. As per Samuel Smiles, she has lost her health, and at the cost of health, she has brought the state forward. She has put the state ahead of her health. She has pawned and she has pledged her precious health for the sake of Tamil Nadu. And that being the case, is it not our moral responsibility to collectively pray for her well-being and come back to where she used to be and again start ruling us? This is what is expected of a person. A person need not be learned. I can again and again reiterate the point that he need not be a learned person to talk about all these things. Common sense is enough. She's what God is in the temple. She is to Tamil Nadu what God is to the temple. That's what I can say. Because if you consider the assembly to be a temple, then the sanctum sanctorum, where the God is seated, she is the God seated there. I do not want to project her as which God it is. She could belong to any religion, because I do not want to bring religion into this particular picture, because that could create a ruckus. But I can tell you, she needs to be placed at the highest altar and she needs to be revered. At least if not for anything else, she has pawned her most precious health for the sake of the state she loved most, and she still loves most, and she'll continue loving for the time that she happens to be around. So let us all collectively pray to God to give her, restore her good health to her, and make her take the reins of the chief ministership once again and start ruling all of us in the way she has been doing all the time. She has been very effective. They say, if you are under the sun, you know the value of the shade. Not until then. So we will know her value only when somebody else comes in her place, and then we will start feeling, oh, she was much better than the other person who has come now. So that should not be there at all. And in case such a thing should not happen, let us all collectively join together and pray for the well-being and betterment of our Honorable Chief Minister. Let her come back to good health. She will come back to good health. She will bounce back. She has got it in her. She has done that several times. Both at political level and her health level, she has bounced back several times. And this is one of those times when she's going to bounce back. I am very sure about that. And we are only looking forward with bated breath for that day when she'll bounce back to good health, which is not going to be very far either. She'll come back, but she will not take revenge against her detractors, I am very sure, because she knows whatever has happened is all the happening of God. It's not done by human beings at all. So she will not take revenge against her detractors, but on the contrary, she will only pray to God that forgive them, for they do not know what they do. That's all, as simple as that.